Hey everyone, Alex here. I used to cringe at the words emotional wounds or wounding. For some reason, I came up with the idea that you could perhaps make a label out of it and identify with a label of being wounded in some way, and like that would be disabling in some way, like there's something physically wrong. And I didn't like this notion that there might be something wrong with me. The thing is, the things that you cringe at are often the things that need looking at, right? And unbeknownst to me, it really did need looking at. But emotional pain is often very subconscious. Many of us are completely cut off from how our body feels. I was. I thought I was being so present, and yet I wasn't really being present to what I was feeling in my body. And so that really is the first key to healing emotional wounds, to recognize that there is emotional pain present. Because what I learned about emotional wounds is basically a metaphor. It's basically a place that still hurts. Emotional pain is real, so there's no point in pretending that it isn't, and it's as real for men as it is for women. I used to think the term emotions was this fluffy abstract concept which didn't really mean anything concrete, but there is a very real and raw, physically felt component to emotions in the body, and at the peak of the most intense emotional pain, the pain can be similar to the pain from a physical ailment, and they're often interlinked in some way. The emotional manifests in the physical. Ignored emotional pain endures and wreaks havoc in the body in the background. Emotional pain can also lie dormant for many years or decades until it's triggered by perhaps one particular event. Someone might say something in a certain way and it brings on a whole ton of pain from past events. Or it lies dormant until there's a relationship breakdown and the pain of childhood abandonment trauma rushes in with full force. Emotional wounds develop when, for one reason or other, we weren't able to fully feel or fully process our feelings at that particular time. It could be as basic as someone says something that you feel triggers an uncomfortable feeling in you, perhaps anger or pain. And at that time, you're kind of caught off guard. You don't know what to say. You should probably feel the sadness and let them know it triggered hurt in you, but you say nothing until later you think, damn, what she said really did hurt. Emotional wounds develop when we don't fully feel our feelings the first time around. It could be a situation where we couldn't, like an adverse event or some kind of attack. Perhaps we had to suppress a huge part of ourselves just to survive or get out of a situation, a potentially dangerous one. And so again, we don't fully complete the emotional arc. Our nervous system gets trapped in a state of readiness with tension locked in the body, which manifests as physical pain. That's a really creepy and weird noise. You may have heard the phrase, "You gotta feel it to heal it." Well, that's absolutely true. What is resisted always persists. And so after recognizing the pain, we must be willing to be knowingly with it so it can transmute into peace. If the pain is ever too much, create a bigger circle of resources, friends, family, coaches or therapists, whatever is most suitable for where you're at, and reach out for support. If the pain is dormant or rears its head periodically in reaction to certain things, you can consciously trigger it. Create a safe space within yourself and within your environment. And you can move toward the thing that triggers the pain or stress by moving toward action, by thinking and imagining about it, or by journaling about it. In fact, writing or journaling is one of the best ways to feel through emotional pain. First, with your attention, locate the sensation of the pain in the body. It might be in the gut, or the chest, or the throat, or even in the head. It can be anywhere in the body. Go to where it feels the most intense, or where you feel your attention is naturally called. And rest with your attention on this sensation for a moment. And wait for any ideas, or memories, or other thoughts to arise. And start writing from that place. Give a voice to the pain and write unjudgmentally. What are you angry about? Disgusted by, scared of, or hurt by? Give a voice to that character that wants to speak from this sensation. And keep journaling until you get through to a feeling of sadness and release. And then the next step is to repattern with new truths. Continue writing what you now know to be true. It could be that they were only doing their best. They were acting out of their own fear and trauma. That I am ready to break that generational trauma now. I am ready to feel, heal, and transmute this stuck energy into consciousness and the creation of my dreams. So going through this process can be accelerated in many other ways apart from writing. Certain types of coaching or therapy, conversations with friends or family members. It could be through creative expression or anything that gets you into those feelings and complete the emotional arc in a safe and supportive inner and outer environment as possible. Because the next step is rinse and repeat. It's like peeling back layers of an onion. There might be a few layers to peel back. And take things one step at a time. This isn't a process that happens instantly. It happens in time. But wounds you heal when you give them the attention they need by simply shining a light on them, dropping the resistance to them, and thereby allowing them to heal naturally. It will set you free. And so that concludes the video. Emotional healing is part of what we do for certain people who require it on the Awaken Aware program, an 8-week science and non-duality informed coaching program to overcome fear and old limitations. If you want to apply for the free consult for that, head over to speaktoalex.com and fill in a little quiz that's on there before booking a call to speak to me or one of my team. I hope this video helped. See you in the next one. Peace and blessings. Love you all. Peace.